Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Kuwait pilot stream. It is 2100 hours local time, 1800 Zulu. We are currently situated at Rafiq Al Hariri International Airport in Beirut, Lebanon. And today we are flying the Boeing 787-A to Cairo, Egypt. Want to welcome all of you guys here in chat, and very glad to have you with me this evening. We have Jafar. Welcome to Private Pilot, and thank you very much, sir, for your support joining the membership here on the Kuwait Pilot channel. Hadam Killer 17, welcome aboard. Boeing Corp Mike from Logan, New Jersey, welcome aboard. James, welcome, my friend. Thank you very much for your support. James Rand Coley, my dear friend, welcome aboard. Spectier, is it? Welcome aboard, Alex. Welcome, Alex. Welcome, Dougal McTavish. Glad to have you here. Thank you very much, sir, for your support as always. V Skycheck, welcome aboard. Thank you very much for your support. And ladies and gents, we have my dear friend SimFanatic. Hello, my friend. Thank you very much, SimFanatic, for being here. Please give it up to SimFanatic, another excellent content creator on YouTube and a good friend of mine. Very much looking forward to meeting you over at FS Expo 24 in Las Vegas on the 21st of June, SimFanatic. And by the way, the email that I've sent you, the content creator booth is confirmed, and you are my guest at the FS Expo 2024. All right, so let's take a quick look here at no, that's not what we want. That's FSLTL. Let's take a look here at our flight brief today for our flight into Cairo, Egypt, the land of the pharaohs. As you can see here, we are going to be departing Beirut, runway 24, through the CAT 2 Foxtrot departure through the CAD transition. We are going to be cruising at a final cruise altitude of 41,000 feet today. That's a bit excessive for this route, but nonetheless says 41,000. We are going to be arriving into Cairo International runway 05 right. There is no SID into our arrival, and the alternate airport is Taba International in Egypt. Across the arrival into Egypt, we will be passing through Dimyat, which is to our left as we arrive, and passing through Al-Mansoura, and then through the Zaazit, and then we're going to begin the descent towards Cairo International. Should be a nice evening approach into Cairo International. My very first flight, I think, into Cairo in this sim ever since I started simming, which is kind of strange. I should probably do a little more Middle Eastern routes. I've done Lebanon in the past, but all the airports that we're flying today are both default airports by Microsoft Flight Sim. So let's hop into the beautiful cockpit of the 787. I just really adore I adore Boeing. I really like Boeing a lot. And the scenery over in Beirut is very nice. Beirut has a very diverse terrain, and it's got mountains up north, very cold. They actually get snow in the winters. It gets really cold in Beirut. People go skiing. It's a nice tourist destination. Also, when times allow. Obviously, things are not very stable in that region at this point in time. But Lebanon has always been a tourist location, especially for us in the Gulf. People from this part of the world really enjoy Lebanon. Lebanon is considered to be the Europe, sort of the Europe of the Middle East. It's just a beautiful country with very nice terrain, lots of green. They have also lots of fruits. A lot of fruits and a lot of vegetables are imported from Lebanon to this part of the world and into the GCC region. So yeah, very nice country, lovely people. So today we are going to be departing here from Rafiq Al Hariri. It's the Paris of the Middle East. Thank you very much, Rand Coley. You know more than I do. All right. So for our flight today, we are going to start here with the battery switches. We're going to hear battery is on. And we can see that we can start the APU. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to start the APU right away. And while we wait for the APU, let's just come down here and do a quick check. Make sure that the thrust levers are in the idle positions. Both engine controls are in the cutoff position. And the alternate gear, I'm not sure what it is, but yeah, all right. So all is good here. And while we're at it, we'll assume that we've checked the oxygen as well. And everything is looking good here. All right, let's hop back up here and just wait for the APU to become available. We're going to move to this side here and turn on the hydraulics. There we go. APU is on. Aircraft is powered. And we're going to put the passenger signs on auto. I've already refueled the aircraft just in the interest of time. And everything here looks good. Window heats can go on, and fire overheat test is not modeled, so we'll leave that alone. Left pump forward. We'll worry about that in a minute. We can leave that. We're going to come down to this side and turn packs to auto. And with the 7.8, everything in auto, so you don't really have to turn it off. Trim air is already on. We're going to turn on the engine anti-ice. We're going to leave everything here as it is. All right, let's begin setting up. We're going to cancel the master caution, and we're going to head over to the MCDU. And the first thing, of course, is we're going to check the version. This is the latest version of the Kuro Mod version 3.0.1. Position in it. We are currently at Oscar Lima Bravo Alpha, or Rafiq Hariri International. And let's set the ADDONS here. On and on. Emergency lights armed. And let's come down here. And we're just going to select the current position. We're going to go to route. And we can request the route here from SimBrief. Excuse me. All right, flight plan is loaded. So we're going to click here on load. And voila, we've got everything here. So we're going to say execute. And the next thing is just selecting our departures, which we can do from our flight plan here. So let me just move this here so we can, I'll make this a bit smaller. All right. So we are departing runway 34, which is right here through the CAD 2 Foxtrot and through the CAD transition. and select it. And then we can go to the departure and arrivals. We're going to select the arrival. And the arrival into Cairo today is 05 right. ILS 05 right. Excellent. There is no SID. We are going to execute that. Let's go to the legs page. Now, from the legs page, you'll see that we'll have some really strange things going on here. Let me just increase the range a little bit. All right, so it's going to be an immediate turn through the CAD transition. All right, so that's fine. All right, you can see here vectors, intercepts, all of that stuff here. Let's make sure there are no discontinuities. Did I move the... I sure did. All right. Let's make sure we don't have any discontinuities. There is one here, so we're going to select... no. What did I do? All right. So we're going to select the center fix here and execute. That way we don't have any discontinuities. Excellent. And then we can go to request the wind data. I'm not sure if it actually does that. It looks like it does. Let's say load. Doesn't really do anything. Okay. So we'll go back to the legs page, init reference. Now we can select everything here just by clicking. The reserve, saying TD is, all right, never mind. Let's take a look here at the sim brief plan. And the final cruise altitude is actually 41,000 feet. But you know what? We'll just leave it at 39,000. Alternate final reserve 6 and 4 is about 10. We'll just put 5. And the cost index for the flight is 70. All right, 70 is set. And then we can execute that. Let's go to performance thrust limit. We'll leave everything here as it is. We're not going to fiddle around with that. And for takeoff, we're going to do flaps 15 for takeoff. And this is very normal with the 787 to prevent a tail strike. Allison Johnson, welcome aboard, my friend. Glad to have you here. We made it to Yangon yesterday, next week, Butterworth, and Singapore. Cool. Very nice. I'll be sure to tune in, Allison. Thanks for letting us know. Dougal, if you can also please put the link to Allison's YouTube channel and Simfanatic YouTube channel in chat so people can visit them and give them a few hundred likes and subscribes. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right. So CG is set. 7 is the trim. We're going to set our speeds. 140. V rotate is 133 and 144 V2. And we're going to come here and set 142. All right. 142. Now, the reason the 787 goes with flaps 15, that's the more of the normal takeoff flaps, is to prevent tail strike. And just try it out. Try with flaps 15. If you're flying heavy, you are more than likely do a tail strike. So, yeah, highly recommend it. It's a short runway anyway, runway 34. So we definitely need flaps 15 for better lift at lower speeds. So there we go. Everything is set here, and we can come here and let's see. No, I don't want the checklist here. Let's see. All right, I messed things around here. Let's see. What did I do? MFD, and we want the CDU. I messed it up, didn't I? All right. Well, we'll figure that a little later. Let's see here. What do we want from the... Everything here is good. So I want to go to the checklist. There we go. So pre-flight is complete. And passenger signs on MCP. Let's set the MCP to 39,000. All right, 39,000. We're going to set the heading to 340, runway heading. Excellent. Flight directors are on. So MCP set. Takeoff speeds are set. CDU pre-flight is complete. The trim is 7 units for takeoff. So we're going to set 7 units. All right, 7 units is set. And that is checked. And we can now turn on the beacon light. All right, let's come up here, and we're going to turn on beacon lights on, and we are ready for pushback. Allison Johnson, welcome to Senior Captain. Thank you very much, Allison, for your support, your outstanding support, I must say. Schlaxum, good evening, my friend. Welcome aboard. Glad to have you here. And by the way, folks, today we are running a giveaway. So one of you lucky winners is going to win a $100 gift certificate at your favorite store. So all you need to tell me is, where do you want it? Do you want it at the Explain.org? Do you want it at Sim Market? Whichever store you like, I will send you a gift certificate for $100 for you to enjoy, courtesy of the Kuwait Pilot channel. Allison, thank you very much again for your support and becoming a member here at the channel. I really, truly appreciate it very much. Very, very kind of you. Alrighty. All is good here, and the checklist is complete. Normal before start checklist is done, so the next one is before taxi. All right. What happened here to our CDU? All right, let's put the CDU back here, and we'll put it back here, and then we can put the checklist here. Perfect. Now we're talking. All right, that's what we want. Everything here looks good. Pre-flight checklist is complete. We'll put this on the legs page. We'll put this on VNAV. And everything's looking good, and we're ready to push back. GSX, by the way.
Too small for your aircraft.
Yeah, that's fine. Let's see, Middle East Airlines. GSX has been acting up, and I've watched several videos. After Sim Update 14, it's the vehicles actually stutter. Nothing else in the Sim stutters except for GSX
Captain,
vehicles.
We are ready for pushback.
Thank you very much, Sim Fanatic, for your congratulations there. I appreciate it very much. Captain USA, welcome aboard. Glad to have you here. Appreciate it. How do we enter the giveaway?
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
I will get to that in a minute. As Dougal said. I'm assuming the FOPFD is backwards for performance reasons. Great looking flight deck otherwise. Yes, it is. Very, very nice indeed. Right, there we go. I do like the Egypt Air livery. Very nice livery. Right, locking the gear.
Locking gear.
And this is an 8K livery, so it looks pretty sharp. And I love the fact that there are no jagged lines, and I'll tell you guys in a minute how I got rid of the jagged lines around the aircraft. All right, nose to the, let's see, nose to the right.
Release parking brakes, please.
Okay. Symphanatic just gifted 5 memberships. Thank you very much, sir, for your support. I appreciate it. Very kind of you.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
All right. Now, with the 787, you don't have to do one engine at a time, and you don't have to wait for, you know, N1, N2, whatever. You just go to start, and then you start the fuel control, and that's it. Everything just starts automatically. As you can see here, auto start. And you'll see the oil pressure rising in a minute. There you go. We have oil pressure. Very nicely done aircraft by Asobo, and the mods by Kuro. You can notice the stutter of the GSX truck there. But just look at how beautiful this aircraft is. Don't hit the other aircraft. That's enough. I really like the Egypt Air livery. I've seen a lot of they have a lot of ladies flying the 787 amongst the Egypt Air crew. I've seen many flights, Egypt Air on the 787, where both the captain and first officer are ladies. So they do have a lot of female pilots at Egypt Air.
Please set parking brake.
Parking brake set.
Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
All right. We're going to come here and go to GSX and
Cockpit
confirm
to
engine
ground.
start.
We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
I do not do VATSIM, I do IVAO. All right, so we're disconnecting, and we can do the checks here. Let's turn off the APU. The gens have picked up. Everything here looks good. Everything here looks good. And we're going to set flaps 15 for departure.
Unlocking gear.
Look at those flaps, guys. Alrighty. All right, let's go for the before taxi. Before taxi NTIs is on. Recall checked. Auto brake RTO.
Left is clear.
Flight
right
controls.
is clear.
Pull up, pull down, pull left, pull right, and neutral. This Boeing yoke looks very much like the Thrustmaster Boeing yoke, which is pretty cool. It is based on the 787 yoke. All right, so flight controls are checked, ground equipment clear, APU is off, and we are good before takeoff. Flaps are set, and we are ready to go. Now, we can actually come here and arm LNAV and VNAV. Have a good trip. All right, so GSX is complete. Everything's done here, and she's going away. Now, for the taxi, we are going to taxi down this. Let me show you. It's easier to show you this here. So let's close that. Let me bring this up. All right. So we are right here. This is our departing runway. So we are going to taxi via Echo, and we're going to cross runway 35, and we're going to come back here and make the turn towards runway 34. Alrighty. We are ready to go. We are going to turn on the taxi light on, and we're good. All right. Parking brake released, and off we go. The airport looks pretty good for a default airport. No complaints in this department. So that's us right there. That's taxiway Echo. Very nice scenery over in Lebanon here at the airport area. The funny thing is, one of my Lebanese friends who lives in Kuwait tells me that people actually started building houses around the airport. And so the whole area around the airport has actually private homes, which is a bit strange, but true. Okay, so that's our runway here. So if you look here, we're going to go to runway 5, then cross over here, and then come back. We could actually take the shorter route here, Echo, and just go past here. But I think we need the full length of the runway. So we're going to come here, and maybe we'll just make a turn here. Let's see how that works. But yeah, I think we can just do it here. Look at this beautiful livery. All right, let's arm the auto throttle. Okay, now the runway is ahead, so let's make sure there are no incoming aircraft. That looks all right to me. Let's turn on our landing lights, runway turn off lights, and strobe lights. Nav lights, we actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and turn on the nav lights as well. Why not? And here's the runway. So this is our departing runway. And what we can do is... yeah, the scenery isn't very good. This is, again, default scenery. So things don't look exactly right. So what we'll do here is just make the turn here. Obviously, the texturing is not correct here. But that's all right. I love the smoothness of Sim Update 14. Definitely things look much better. And I've increased my settings after gaining... I've posted a video which it has to do with updating your DLSS. And after that, I've gained a lot more FPS, so I've bumped things up in the sim, and it just looks great. All right, so we are ready for takeoff. Everything is looking pretty good. All right, let's give it a little power here. Engine stable, and toga. Coming up to V1. Rotate. And positive rate. Gears going up. How about that, ladies and gents? That is a spectacular departure from Rafiq Al Hariri International in Lebanon. All right, and from here, okay, we are flaps 15. We are looking good. I'm gonna come here and we're gonna select CAT, which is the transition. Execute that. And begin our turn. Look at that view, ladies and gents. Woof, beautiful. All right, and autopilot engaged. Autopilot's doing strange things. All right, speed. All right, let's go to flaps 5. All right, flaps up. And we're going to go all the way to all right. So we're going to go to the after start. That one is done. After takeoff is done. Okay. After takeoff checklist is complete. We continue the climb. 7,000. For 29, there's a restriction. I think it's 39, isn't it? Yeah, it's 39,000. So let's do 39. I read if you have a 4090, you need DLSSG. Is that correct? No, not really. The 7.8 is great, without a doubt. It is stunning, yeah. Fly with Lauda. Thank you for being here with us this evening, my friend. And yes, it is absolutely gorgeous. All right, 10,000. Lights off. And passengers can wander around the cabin if they like. We forgot our TCAS there. Right, that's set. Excellent. All looking good. Standard barrow set. Lovely view here of Beirut as we depart Lebanon, and you can see the varied terrain. Lebanon is also very well known for their very succulent cuisine, you know, hummus, and they've got shish barak, tabbouleh, arayis, and of course, you know, all kinds of grilled meat and chicken. Just really the Lebanese cuisine is a very, very delicious cuisine. If you go to Lebanon and stay there for a couple of months, I assure you that you will gain some weight. And by the way, the same goes for Egypt. So Egypt is they've also got some very fine cuisine. And of course, we are very, see the Middle Eastern area, the cultures are very much the same. There are, of course, differences in, you know, in the dialect, but we very much understand the different dialects because a lot of Egyptians and a lot of Lebanese actually live in Kuwait, and of course we are exposed to their, you know, movies and, you know, like the equivalent of soap operas and things like that. So it makes it very sort of like very familial kind of a community with you know, the Middle Easterns living in this part of the world, and it makes us also understand different cultures and different dialects. Your TCAS, it is on now, Mohammed. Thank you. All right, 19,000 for 39,000. And if we look here at the range, that's TC and TD right after one another. Really? Oof. Wow. All right, so if we look here, if we go to VNAV, let's see here, next page. All right, so to TD is in 253 nautical miles. And that's the cruise altitude. Well, the 7.8 is pretty powerful aircraft, so we should be able to get to TC, and then it's TD immediately. So, some clouds in the vicinity here. You have got to love the livery. Yeah, the new livery. This is a fairly newer livery of Egypt Air. I don't know anything about the service on Egypt Air. I don't hear good things about them, though. But, hello, iDoc Joe. Welcome aboard, my friend. Glad to have you here. So there are a few things I'm working on for you guys. One is a video about the different mods available for the Laminar Cessna 172. A video is coming pretty soon. I'm really putting out my heart in that video, so I hope you guys do like it. And some interesting findings with the mods that are available for the Cessna 172. One of the things I realized that the performance of the Cessna differs so much from one variant to the other. So you've got the Skyhawk, you've got the M variant, you've got SP. There are so many variants of the aircraft, and all have different performance, different performance numbers, and those are actually accounted for in some of the mods in X-Plane. Benny, hello, my friend. Welcome aboard, my friend. Glad to have you here with us. Egypt Air has a very interesting fleet with the A320s and 737s. That is correct. Yes, that is correct. Any Kodiak 100 stream insight? I'm more than happy to do a Kodiak stream. The thing is, I've tried at least for the past probably couple of years, I started doing those polls to ask you guys, which aircraft you'd like to, you'd like me to fly. And what I've noticed, although my heart so much desires general aviation aircraft, I have found that most of you guys prefer to fly the airliners. I know and there is a reason for this. I think, we flight simmers and aviation enthusiasts are just amazed by the sheer size of big airliners, such as the 787, the 747. And so a GA aircraft is not something of interest unless someone has trained on the aircraft or flown the aircraft. So I do understand, why people prefer big airliners. I personally, I love flying the GAs. I think it's a lot more fun when you fly a GA as opposed to flying an airliner. But anyway, I'm here to fulfill your desires, so we'll see. Not me, I'm a GA fly IFR, it's easy. Yeah. I'm there with you, Dougal. Love GA Cessna, Allison. Yeah. I've noticed, Allison, that you like GA, and that's actually one of the things that draws me to your Twitch channel, other than the fact that you're just a great person, Allison. But yeah, GA is just a lot more fun. I'll tell you what is the difference between GA. Maybe it's not a very good comparison, but if you recall, when you drove a stick shift or manual, maybe in the UK you call it manual gear, in the US they call it stick shift, and then switching to an automatic car where the gear is automatic, it's just no fun. because you have no control over RPM. You have control over nothing. And the feeling of just letting the clutch go and shifting, you know, from first to second, second to third, that feeling gives you a lot of control over what you're doing with the car. I remember when we used to do car racing back then, and you know, we used to take them into this into the racing track, and you know, I would beat all the cars, although they were, you know, small Japanese cars, but I used to beat them all the time because, you know, I'll just shift into second gear and I'll just leave it there. They cannot do that. You know, they just have to keep it, you know, it just keeps shifting. And I'll just keep it on second gear in the turns, in those really wide turns. I keep it second gear and just I push the RPM. And as soon as I'm out, then, you know, I just push the pedal to the metal. And there you go. God, I felt the adrenaline going into my body just now talking about it. Yeah. Very few can drive a stick today in the States. I hear you, Rand. Yeah. Yeah, I actually learned on a stick, so I prefer it over, you know, over automatics. Automatic is no fun. And automatic is like the airliner. Everything's automatic. So I like the old GA, like, you know, as Cessna 152 or 172 with the, you know, the analog gauges. That's just a lot of fun, I have to say. Alrighty. If we look here, guys, we are going to begin the descent very shortly after we reach top of climb. We are 5,000 away from top of climb. And as we can see here, things are looking pretty good. There are a few clouds en route to Cairo, Egypt. And by the way, I have been to Egypt once. I have not been to Cairo. I have been to Sharm el-Sheikh. Sharm is a beautiful place. Another place that you can go and have fun is the Gharda'a. Also a very beautiful place in Egypt. But Sharm el-Sheikh is an exceptional place to visit for tourism. There is a lot to do, and snorkeling, and the beach there is, snorkeling is just, the experience of snorkeling in Sharm el-Sheikh is second to none. Absolutely breathtaking. And they'll take you to some really nice places. So so if you are ever, you know, considering going to Egypt, you should not pass Sharm el-Sheikh. It's a beautiful place. My C152 analog and only radios and no GPS. Yep, Allison, VOR to VOR or ADF, that would be the thing. Is that Sharm el-Sheikh? Sharm el-Sheikh, correct. Have you been there before? Yes, I have been to Sharm el-Sheikh. Lovely. I've had a very enjoyable time. It is the best diving in the world. Absolutely. Yeah, it's the Red Sea. Correct. Now, the thing is, they'll keep you away from... So they have... let me just take a look here at our flight plan real quick. All right, so that's TC and that's TD. Okay. You'll notice in the hotel areas where they have actually snorkeling, they have those little orange balls bordering the area where the coral reefs end. You actually cannot go past that. The reason being is sharks actually are afraid of coral reefs. They would not go to an area where there is a lot of coral reefs, and that would be the limit for you. So where the coral reefs end, you can't actually go beyond that because there are sharks, and there has been some accidents of sharks attacking, you know, people in Sharm el-Sheikh in the past, but nothing recent, but just a lovely place, really. They wouldn't let me hire dive gear there as my military card wasn't valid, or some. Oh, really? I love Egypt history. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of history in Egypt. And if you're ever there, you know, going to the pyramids, and definitely lots and lots of history. All right. Guys, we are getting pretty close to our destination here. We're going to begin the descent shortly towards Sharm el-Sheikh, towards Cairo, Egypt. So for that, we are going to come here and go to runway 05 right. And we're going to bring up the charts here, and we're going to take a note of our final cruise, initial approach altitude, which is 2,700 feet. We're going to come here and set this, if we look here, TD in 188. All right, so still quite a bit. I think that my range isn't, so let me do that. All right, so 188 nautical miles, so we're good here. We have some time to have fun and talk a little bit more about Egypt, about Lebanon. There we go, very nice livery, 8K resolution. Whoever's done this livery is just thank you to him. Yeah, very, very nice. Love the contrails there as well. Overall, very nice. Yeah, let's do some wing views. Just look at the details there on the wing. Very nice. David White, how are you, my friend? Thrust says simulation, welcome aboard. Glad to have you guys here. Egypt Air has kept a lot of the same features of its livery, which I like. Yeah, they have. So one of the things I have come to notice recently with some of the developers is, I tell you guys, when you're running a development company, you have got to, get people to support you. And, you've got those who are project leads, there are testers, which are normally content creators in the community, and real world pilots in some cases. But my word or my advice to developers out there or to development companies is be wise in selecting who represent you, because I've seen, without really talking about which development company or which, but I have seen things I do not like from some members of one of the development firms, and the approach and the way people communicate makes a big difference. And my ask is always, you can tell me whatever you want to tell me, just be respectful. And if people are not respectful, then I just lose interest. Simple as that. Speaking of that, a couple of guys have emailed me a flight log for Microsoft Flight Sim, which seems to be a nice little app. I will be doing a preview of it. A flight in Austria or Switzerland in the SimWorks Studios PC-12 would be nice. Oh, Boeing Corp Mike, thank you very much for coming in with a $5 super chat. Flight in Austria or Switzerland in the SimWorks Studios PC-12 would be nice. I will definitely consider that, Boeing Corp Mike. Coming from you and with all your support, yeah, I'm more than happy to do that. All right, I think it is a good time for us to do the giveaway now. What do you guys think? Yeah, we are approximately, we still have time, about 165 nautical miles, so good time to have some fun with the giveaway. We're going to switch to external view here. Let's see here. That's about right. God, I love the livery. Very, very nice. Very nice indeed. All right. Okay. So, we are going to go ahead now and do the giveaway, and the giveaway is for $100 gift certificate at your favorite store. So you just let me, whoever the winner is, can let me know, which store they want the gift certificate from. So let's see here. We are going to be using a keyword, and the keyword that you need to enter in order to be eligible is going to be, let's see here. Egypt Air. So that's what you need to enter. Hang on, what's happened to my Nightbot? Alright, here we go. Keyword, and just enter Egypt Air. Alright, there we go. Alright. Guys, enter if, for those of you who, Alex, Captain USA, Crystal, David White, go ahead and enter again the keyword, Egypt Air, James King, Osama Muhammad, V-Sky Check, please go ahead and enter the keyword again. I can see you there. Allison Johnson is there. All right, I can see it now. Captain USA, good. Alex, please do enter the keyword again. Okay, here we go. Excellent. All right, so we're gonna just gonna keep it here for a little while. We have 20 eligible users thus far for the giveaway, and yeah, pretty good. We'll just give it a little time here, and then we'll roll it. Right, 24 eligible users. All right. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and roll it now and see who the winner is. Looks like all of you guys have entered the keyword successfully. Let's go ahead and roll the giveaway. And the winner is King. King, are you there, King? King, yay! King is the winner. Congratulations, King. All you need to do, my friend, is you need to send an email with your, please make a copy or take a screenshot of your YouTube profile while logged in and send it over to info@q8pilot.com, and please indicate to me where do you want your gift certificate from, the Explain.org store or the Sim Market store, whichever one you like. I'll be more than happy to give you a certificate for $100 for you to enjoy. If you like MSFS, I recommend this Market store or Contrail, Aerosoft. I believe all of these have gift certificates. Whichever one have gift certificate, just let me know, and I'll be more than happy to provide you with a gift certificate for $100 for you to enjoy. Congratulations to you, King. And let's go back here. Excellent. I think I'm starting to like this format of the giveaway, where you guys just enter a keyword. I think it's just more... He wants the email address again. It's info@q8pilot.com. And you need to send an email. Yeah, you need to send the email to info@q8pilot.com. And you need to take a screenshot of your YouTube account while you're logged in, so I can verify. I've already verified your profile, so I just need to make sure that the email I receive is from the same person. And just let me know which store you'd like the $100 gift certificate from, and I will get it over to you. I have Explain 12. Sure, yeah. If you want Explain 12, then you can I can send you a $100 gift certificate at the X-Plane Org store, where you can purchase anything you like. Looks like it's a bit cloudy here as we approach Egypt. And the thing is, see, one of the nice things in Navigraph charts is, let me remove this here for a bit. All right. So that's us right there. And if you look, so this is turbulence, but if I go to the cloud cover, you can see now this is actually correct because we are at about 38,000. Showing some clouds at 38, 34, 30. Yeah. So we are at 39,000 and we can see the cloud below us at 34,000 feet. And this is pretty much what we see here in Navigraph, which is pretty accurate. So the sim and Navigraph definitely match there, which is pretty cool. I love Navigraph. Just really an indispensable tool for flight sim. Right, looking down here, about 121 nautical miles. We're almost there now. We're going to be arriving into Egypt in a little bit. Morgus One, welcome aboard. Thank you very much, sir, for your support. Appreciate it. King, you need to send me an email at info@q8pilot.com. Yeah. You don't need a website. You don't need Discord. You just need to send an email from your email address to info@q8pilot.com. And you just need to send me a screenshot of your YouTube profile from just make sure you're logged into your account and take a screenshot of your YouTube profile page and send that over to info@q8pilot.com. That is it. Thank you very much, Jeff. Appreciate it, my friend. What does the Kuro Mod do for the Boeing? So this is actually the Asobo 787 is the -10. This one is a mod for the -8. So it changes the performance of the aircraft. It's got some systems as well. Why is it not clearing? All right. So it has some modifications to the aircraft, which is pretty good. But mainly, it's the shorter, it's the smaller version of the 787. Look at those clouds, guys. Wow, looks really nice. On Tuesday, folks, I'm going to be doing a flight again in the UK. I came across an airport that is absolutely amazing, which is Belfast, Echo Golf Alpha Alpha. And the airport is just a phenomenal rendition of the real world airport. You can actually watch people in the terminal having a meal, and they're literally just cutting the food and eating and having a conversation. It's just really one of the better airports that I've seen for flight sim in general, and specifically for Microsoft Flight Sim. And we're going to be flying again to the released version of Leeds Bradford, Echo Golf November Mike. And we're going to be doing a Jet 2 flight to the UK. And of course, we're going to enjoy the lovely Orbex True Earth or Orbex scenery. Great Britain South and Central. I think we'll pass through Central. So it should be fun. And that is going to be on Tuesday. We're going to be flying the Jet 2 in the Boeing 737-8. Now, I haven't really done any coverage of the PMDG in quite some time, and I'd like to fly with their electronic flight pack, which seems to be a very nice addition to the aircraft. And the guys over at PMDG have now delivered on the promise after some time, but they did finally deliver on the promise, and the PMDG is now just really, in my view, still remains the #1 add-on for Microsoft Flight Sim, hands down. That is my opinion. I don't think anything comes close to it. And if you consider all the different variants, so the frequency of the updates, the quality of the support, the fidelity of the simulation, yes, definitely PMDG rocks, and it is, in my view, the #1 add-on. I still think it's better than Phoenix. Phoenix comes #2. And I think those two aircraft are going to be #1 and #2 for quite some time in Microsoft Flight Sim, unless something really, really, like, outstanding comes. I still don't know what happened to the A380 project. It seems to have gone just completely silent in recent months. Still all the settings of the PMDG are in the FMC. Still all the settings of the PMDG are in the... Ah, okay, got you, Alex. You know, I don't mind having those in the FMC, to be honest. I'm kind of used to it, actually. Now, because this has been the case, the fact that the settings are in the FMC has been the case since the days of FSX. So changing that now is going to be a bit problematic, I think. I have sent the email with proof of my YouTube account. Right, perfect, King. Thank you so much. I will. I'll be sure to send you the Org Store gift certificate sometime either later this evening or tomorrow afternoon. Dougal says, I still prefer the Phoenix A320. Yep. Nothing wrong with that, my friend. Yes, I trust in PMDG products and like the way Robert does his business products. Yes, definitely. Do you have DLSS active? No, I have TAA. Now this is a really nice scene. Spectacular looking clouds. Look at that, guys. Wow, those clouds look really, really nice. All right, checking down here. Top of descent is in 79 nautical miles. I'm going to go ahead and set this to 2700. Right, 2700 is set. And if we go to the flight plan, let's go to our runway. Right, 05 right. And what we're interested in is, no, that's Cat 1, Cat 2. And we're going to take 574. All right, that's going to be problematic now. All right, let me see if I can. Oh, come on. All right, let me see if I can. Okay, that's better. All right, and the barrow is set. Excellent. We're going to come here to the MCDU, and we're going to go to the approach reference, and we're going to select the speed 30, 138, 30, and 138. That is set. Back to the legs page. All's looking good. We should begin the descent shortly into Cairo. And it's a good idea to check the weather now at Cairo International. I think MSFS still lacks in the flight dynamics and the physics where it comes to takeoff and landing. The aircraft feels like not enough weight in them. That is very true, if that makes sense. That makes perfect sense, Andrew, and you are absolutely right. Mishal Al-Rusi. Hello, my friend. Welcome aboard. Very, very glad to have you here, sir. Thought Break, welcome aboard. Glad to have you here with us. And Robs is coming from X-Plane 12 and just starting on MSFS. I agree very much. Yes, I agree with both of you guys. The landing and takeoffs is pretty unrealistic in my view. And it's more, I think it's more pronounced in GA aircraft. There's always that jump sort of at takeoff, and of course the long floats at landing. Overall, though, very nice aircraft. Asobo has done a fairly good job, I think, with the variety of the aircraft available in Microsoft Flight Sim. But I think their focus was to offer variety for to appeal to different tastes. As opposed to Laminar, whose the selection of aircraft was to actually represent different flight models, or to showcase how X-Plane is very accurate in representing the flight model for different aircraft. So a jet engine would behave very different from a single piston aircraft in X-Plane. And the different GA aircraft actually have a very different feel to them. So when you fly the 172 as opposed to the SR-22, you know, there is a completely different feel to the takeoff, the power of the aircraft, and the maneuvering of the aircraft in X-Plane. If you pay enough attention, you'll definitely see that there is a huge difference. And I know that a lot of pilots have done comparisons between X-Plane and MSFS, and they say, oh well, the difference isn't that great. They do admit that X-Plane is the superior sim in terms of the flight model and the dynamics, but I think that is maybe just keeping the relation good with Microsoft. In my view, there is a huge difference in the way the aircraft handle in X-Plane 12 versus MSFS. And if you want to really know what I'm talking about, I highly recommend that you fire up the Cessna 172 in both sims and just go to like maybe Lima 52, where there is a very short runway. Take off with the 172 in X-Plane, do the circuit. Okay, so do the the base leg and then final, and just do a circuit around the airport. Maybe do a couple of turns, and then land the aircraft. Make sure you have a little bit of crosswind so you can set the weather, and do it with both 172 default in Laminar Research, in X-Plane, beg your pardon, and in MSFS. And I will tell you that I can guarantee it, that you will feel a huge difference, not just in the handling, but also in the performance numbers. the way the mixture reacts, the reaction to weather conditions when the weather's cold, for example. Out of the box, X-Plane has just tremendous realism into it. And if you spend enough time and you read the pilot operating handbook for the Cessna 172, you will realize that. And I've been doing a lot of research because I wanted to do this video on the Cessna 172 mods. So trust me, guys, I know what I'm talking about. I'm not a real world pilot, but I definitely know what I'm talking about. So just do that. Fire up both aircraft at Lima 52, Oceana County Airport, and add a little bit of, depending on the wind, just which runway you're taking off, add a little bit of crosswind to that runway. Maybe I'll make a video of that and show you. Are you descending? Not yet. Matter of preference. It is, definitely. It has taken Zebo, Mod, and XP several years to accomplish what there is today. Absolutely. For a serious flying dynamics, DCS world wins hands down, but sadly the world looks pretty bad. Yeah, it does. It does. And yeah, it does. It is very good. Yeah. We'll begin the descent shortly here. As you can see, we are approaching the Egyptian airspace here. And to our left is Dimyat in Egypt. We're going to pass by Al-Mansura and then Az-Za'zi. All going to... Mansoura will pass right through, I believe. And then the Za'zi is going to be to our left. Dimyat is to our left as well. And here we go. We are going to be descending shortly into... yeah. So that is... we are now flying over Egyptian waters. And we'll be at Cairo International shortly. The TD is in 23 nautical miles, which you can see here. So we're almost there now, folks. Yeah. Good idea. Do a video to show. Yes, I will do that. Now, the thing is, Dougal, with DCS, the thing with DCS is, and what I probably do not like about DCS, is there's only military aircraft. And they do get it right, for sure. The flight dynamics and the realism, the aircraft themselves are very well modeled. You can purchase, I think, also some scenery. I know that I had the Nevada map, which is very, very nice. Flying over the Las Vegas Strip is just beautiful. The thing is, there are no civilian aircraft, there are no general aviation aircraft, so you can't really test that. It's a different kind of sim altogether. DCS is digital combat simulator, so it simulates, you know, combat, and it is very different from Microsoft Flight Sim and X-Plane, where, you know, it simulates civil aviation. Although both sims have you know, some military aircraft. I don't like military aircraft anyway. I don't like anything to do with war and bombs and things like that. I just don't, just doesn't sit well with me. Anything for destruction is something I don't like. The sim is a very different sim. So to me, when you say DCS versus MSFS or X-Plane, you're really not comparing apples to apples. So, formation flying, yeah, formation flying is great. Formation flying is wonderful in DCS. The only thing really missing in X-Plane 12 is the visuals, in my opinion. I completely second that thought break. That is very true, yes. All right. We are set, the altitude is set here. We're going to go to the checklist, if we can. All right, so we're going to go to normal here. It doesn't want to go, so we're just going to say menu, and we're going to go to the descent checklist. Recall is checked, auto brake. We're going to set to 2. And we're going to set that. Landing data, VREF is set. Minimus is set. And the approach briefing is complete. And the descent checklist is complete. And we'll begin the descent in 6 nautical miles. here as we fly over Egypt. Look at that, folks. Wow, very nice. One of the things I like about Microsoft is the depiction of the world, and I think I've said that many, many times in my streams. That is one thing I really like about MSFS, especially when flying VFR. It's just really an amazing experience. I've been doing a lot of flying in the UK, and with Great Britain South, Central, and North, you fly in the UK as if you were flying in the real world. And when you look at the points of interest, you know, I use Navigraph again for my VFR flight planning, but it's very nice because you can see all the points of interest, so you're expecting to see them, and they are your visual cues, and that is really the fun of flying, in my view. It's a lot better than having Garmin device and FMCs and all that. It really is a lot of fun when you're flying VFR. You know, you trim the aircraft without an autopilot, and you just start looking for visual references to navigate through. Of course, you have your maps with you, or Navigraph in this case. Without it becomes very difficult, but with Navigraph, you can always refer back to the map and make sure that you're not flying, for example, in restricted airspace. If you're flying in the US, the new sectionals are just amazing by Navigraph. And here we go. We have begun the descent towards Cairo International, and we are a little bit too high for this sector, but we should be able to resolve that. We do have traffic to our right. Can we see it? Let's see here. I definitely can't see it. It's probably hidden in the clouds. But we're in for a very nice approach into Cairo, and hopefully we'll butter it for you guys so you can enjoy it. So we're out of 37,000 for 2,700, and we still have quite a bit of distance. We have with us Duncan. Hello, Duncan. Welcome aboard. Glad to have you here. Thank you very much again for your continued support, Duncan. I appreciate it. J777 says it's hard to fly VFR across countries on X-Plane due to the visuals. Only downside for me as a student pilot. That is exactly my thoughts as well. Thankfully, Orbex True Earth is coming, and I know they have all of California. So they're going to begin with updating their current regions. They currently have California, north and south. They have Oregon, then Seattle, Florida, and then they have the Great Britain, I think 3 of them, and then they also have Spain, the southern part of Spain. So that's quite a bit of scenery to look forward to, and that should solve that problem for you. Or you can go for ortho photos, and that will also fix the issue for you. So there is a workaround for X-Plane for VFR flying, and yeah. All right, we are descending now towards the initial approach altitude, or the platform altitude, as it is called most of the time in the UK. And here you have it, ladies and gents. Look at this beautiful scenery here and aircraft. A bit cloudy here in over Egypt. Yes, Orbex scenery is immaculate. They're a great company. I'm happy to endorse Orbex with confidence anytime. They're just a great company with, very good. Oh, look at this scene, guys. Orbex is definitely a company that I'm very happy to be associated with in the capacity of being an ambassador for Orbex. And the same goes for Navigraph. And, by the way, I am now officially a Thrustmaster ambassador as well. So I'm very happy about that, and more about that to come on the channel soon. Yeah, same here, Duncan. Hi Kuwait, so pleased you endorse VFR flying. The automation is modern airlines makes travel so safe. But we'll see your balance flying with. Yeah, yeah, Russell, you're absolutely right there, and that is exactly why I like MSFS. Do you like? Well, Bill, you haven't missed much, I hope. We are just arriving into Cairo. You have missed the giveaway, my friend. But other than that, you're good. Yeah, you're just in time for the landing at Cairo International. And in this beautiful Egypt Air livery here. And we're flying here over the... yeah, Zazi, I think we might have passed it, actually. It's a bit closer. Yeah, it's probably somewhere over there. And we passed definitely Al Mansoura. And we are on our way to Cairo International. I'm actually very, very pleased with the default Cairo International by MSFS, a lovely airport. It's one of those handcrafted airports, bespoke airports. So yeah, I'm quite happy with the rendition of the airport. It looks pretty good, I have to say. Captain, we need a program, the Pushback. So for Pushback, you mean for X-Plane? For X-Plane, there is better Pushback, works great. And for MSFS, there are several, but the one I've been using is GSX by FS Dream Team. I so want to go to the National Museum. Yeah, you would not regret it. It's just full of history. Egypt is full of history. I still want to go to Cairo in real life. Yeah, I mean, it's very crowded. I don't recommend that you drive there because driving is absolutely crazy. And the only rule that's what my Egyptian friends tell me. The only rule in Egypt is don't get into an accident. You can pass the red light, you can do whatever you want. Just don't get into an accident. So that's the rule there. So very, very dangerous driving in Egypt, and it's always very, very crowded. The population of Egypt is huge, and yeah, there is a huge concentration in the capital in Cairo. So, but there is a lot. They do have a lot of culture. They, you know, they have. A lot of the teachers here in Kuwait, in the private schools or in the government schools, are actually from Egypt. So they're very good in, they have a very sound, educational background. The Egyptians, for the most part, and they have also they've got everything. They've got the full spectrum. Blue collar, white collar. Yeah, it's a lovely country, lovely people just to go and visit and, get to know them. They're very kind people. And I'll tell you, most Egyptians, not all, but most of them have a great sense of humor. They're very kind as well. Very, very, very kind-hearted people. All right, Barrow set. Yeah, lots of horns. That is correct. Yeah, good rule. Yeah. Hello there, Willie. Welcome aboard, my friend. Where did you get this 787? T1Mo. If you just type in !aircraft, you'll get the link to it. Just type !aircraft in chat and you'll get the link to the aircraft. All right. There's one thing that's bothering me. I'm going to turn off. Let's go to FS Realistic and I'm going to turn that off. And I want to turn this one off as well. All right, 14,000. We're looking good. And almost at our destination, about 36 nautical miles before we arrive into Cairo. Here is a look at the outside. Look at this beautiful terrain here over Egyptian airspace. Very nice. That's the Nile River, I suppose. That is definitely the Nile. There's also a lot of importation. So Egypt doesn't have oil, but they have a lot of manufacturing, especially in the textile industry. So you'll find a lot of clothing. Cotton is a big thing in Egypt. So cotton clothing is something that you'll find of very reasonable quality and very reasonable prices as well. So if you're ever in Egypt, I think you will enjoy you'll enjoy the clothing material that they've got. All right, we are approaching 10,000 feet, folks, and it is time. I think drag must be required. So let me go ahead and turn on our landing lights first. All right, and I'm going to extend the speed brake to slow down the aircraft as we approach 10,000 feet. The reference speeds are checked. We are almost there now. And as we get closer, we'll begin recording the approach. It's definitely been fun. Con dates back to the Pharaohs. Yes, indeed, Rand. XP Realistic is absolutely just the best thing since sliced bread. I have it both for... I have FS Realistic for MSFS and XP Realistic for X-Plane, and it's just absolutely great. All right, there we go. We can actually arm the speed brake. All right, speed brake is armed. The auto brake is set. Landing lights are on. And everything is looking good. We are going to go flaps 30 today. We are at 10,000 feet. Speed is below 250 knots. And we can go to normal. So why is it going back here? All right, we'll just select it from the menu. So approach, the altimeters are already set, and then we're going to go to the landing checklist. All right, looking good. Speed is reducing. As you can see here, we are approaching the runway now. We're going to adjust the range here a little bit. There we go. Range is 20 nautical miles now, so we still have some time to descend to 2,700. I really like the, just look at the terrain here in Egypt. Again, very, very terrain in Egypt. They don't have necessarily mountains like it is in Lebanon, but very, very terrain. And that's why it makes the land in Egypt very suitable because of the Nile River. It makes the land very suitable for planting. All right, here we go. We keep reducing speed. We keep reducing the altitude. If we look here, 20... All right, so above 2,700. We're still looking okay. Maybe just a tad too high. $16? No, I think we're fine. Aircraft looking good. And the infamous Nile crocodile. Yes, indeed. Wow, look at that, guys. I mean, the fact that it's got satellite imagery is just really something that we've always wanted. And flight simulation, generally speaking, has come a long way in the last couple of years. And we're seeing all the, all the gear, all these development companies developing different sort of gear for flight simulation. It has become a very popular hobby. I remember when I started, there were a handful of guys doing flight sim, And now it's just like everyone is doing flight sim. There's hundreds, there's just oversaturation of channels doing flight sim. A few are good, I have to say. But all right, here we go. Cairo International is to our left. We are looking good. 5,000, about 2,700 feet to go. And we're looking good. All right, let's quick look here. And we're going to go to the weather. All right, so the weather is 150 degrees, 2-knot wind. So that's, you know, pretty reasonable. Nothing too serious. Cloud visibility okay. 18 is the temperature. QNH 1015, no significant change in the next couple of hours. We are good, and it should be an uneventful landing over at Cairo International. All right, let's go ahead and lower the landing gear. Approach. And let's go ahead and go flaps 5. Flaps 15. On 38 is, I believe, the reference speed, isn't it? 138, yes indeed. Okay. Flaps 20. And flaps 30. All right, let's go ahead and bring up the replay. And we're going to say record. Look at that. Wow. Now that looks really, really good. Very nice time of day as well to arrive into Cairo. Guys, look at this approach. Just really beautiful. There's an aircraft there. Now that is a spectacular approach into Egypt, into the capital city, Cairo. Willicam says, looks like that in real life. Really? Wow, it's good. Oh, you're from Egypt, Willie, aren't you? There's the Nile. Look at the river there. And here, look at that turn. And here we are turning. All right, runway turn-off lights can go on. And our taxi lights are still on. That's okay. That's okay. All right. Now that is a spectacular approach, really, into the capital city here of Egypt. Tell you guys, I'm really glad I did this flight. Right, we have the runway in sight.
2500.
Everything is looking pretty good. 141. We're going to go to 138. Right, final approach speed. Glide slope is active. Hello, Cairo, Egypt. Look at those wings. Look at the road traffic there. All right, let's not get carried away with the views there. But this is, I tell you, this is a really, really nice approach. Nicer from the other side. This side is much nicer. Thank you very much, guys. Oof, what is this guy doing? Traffic, traffic. Right, clear to land. Runway 05 right.
$1,000.
1,000. My airplane. Auto throttle off.
Approaching minimums. Minimums. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Cairo, Egypt. All right, let's take the next taxiway. Lovely. All right. So there's two things we can do. I think we can do the replay. We've recorded everything, so we'll do the replay once we are back at the gate. I think we can just go here. Right. Not sure if I retract the flaps, will it actually will it show in the replay or not? I'm not sure. I do have a new version of a flight control replay we should use. One of the nice things here in the 787 is the again, you can just zoom in here and you can see exactly where you're going, so you can actually see the terminal. Right, let's retract the flaps, and auto brake is off. We're going to turn off the landing lights, runway turn off lights off, and taxi is on. We never turned on the seatbelt signs, so I'll just put it on auto. Strobes are off. Yeah, that was really a nice approach, and landing into Cairo International. Right, let's see here. The terminal is over there. It's a bit foggy. And we'll take a look at the landing guys in just a minute here. There's an aircraft coming heads on. Well, sorry guys, I'm just gonna have to go through these aircraft. But again, look at the rendition of Cairo International, and this is default Microsoft Flight Sim. One of the really nice airports. What? A deal. Fly a deal. Oh, okay. Yeah, definitely a nice rendition of Cairo International in the sim. Again, this is a default airport. Yeah, we got carried away there with the external view. It's getting pretty dark here in Cairo, Egypt. I think we can go there by that Kuwait Airways and Qatar Airways. I've noticed that Sim Update 14, the stuttering is virtually gone. Even as you make turns, you don't get them. Oh, look at that 777 Kuwait Airways. Egypt Cargo. Yeah, I think we can park between those two aircraft. Right, let's turn off the taxi lights so we don't blind off the ground crew. All right, and we are back at the gate. Now, before we shut down the engines, let's go ahead and do the replay. What do you use for live traffic? I use FSLTL. Nice airport, by the way, too dark in the evening. Oh, is it? We'll take a look at the airport in just a second here. All right, so let's come here to the replay, and we are going to say stop. We are going to go all the way play. All right, And we are going to move it right over. Right over there. All right. Save report. And now we can view the replay here. It looks like it does record the flap settings and everything. So that's cool. Oh, look at that, guys. This is screenshot material right there. Look at that. Thank you very much for being here, V-Skycheck. I appreciate it, my friend. That's just lovely. Oh, look at that. Look at that, guys.
500.
I love the wings on the 787.
Minimums 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
That was pretty cool, wasn't it? Yeah. All right. We can come back to the replay and we can say stop. We need to stop this one. Then we can bring this back here. Here's another look at the landing.
30, 20, 10.
Yeah, it was pretty cool, huh? Right, we'll bring the aircraft back where it was. Alright, so what do we do here? Stop that. Okay, here we go. We are back where... Okay, so now we can shut down the aircraft. We can come here. External power is available. So we'll turn that on. And we have a gifted membership from Alex. Alex, thank you very much, sir, for your kind support there. Guys, please make sure you say thank you to Alex for the gifted memberships. Very much appreciated, Alex. Thank you very much. All right, so everything here is good. We're going to turn off, we'll leave the nav, turn off the beacon light, and we're going to turn off the engines. We have already external power connected to the aircraft. And there we go. Look at that beautiful Egypt Air at Cairo International. Look at the rendition of the airport. Very, very nice, considering that this is, you know, a default airport. Let's call up GSX here and begin deboarding. Request deboarding. All right, here we go. Looks like the stuttering has kind of subsided. Yeah, I've noticed that at Beirut there was stuttering, but looks like it's better now. Just this airport altogether is just nice. And flying into Egypt is was a good choice. I believe this was a lot of fun. Yeah, exactly. With all the aircraft, looks very believable. So yeah. And here we are starting to unload the passenger luggage. Let's hop in here real quick and turn off the seat belt. Why is it Not allowing me to... Well, it's not allowing me to do that. So... Oh well.
Passengers aboard the shuttle.
Let's see if I can put it on a better view for you guys. Let's see here. There we go. And that is pretty much it, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this this live stream this evening. I hope it was fun. And I will see you again this coming Tuesday. And on Tuesday, we will be flying the Boeing 737-8 service from Belfast to Leeds Bradford in the United Kingdom. Until then, please take care of yourselves and each other, and I will see you all very soon. Thanks for tuning in. Stay safe and good night.